I would like to talk about introduction to sport and sportsism. Sport can define as a physical activity or game that include skill competition and a set of rules, often with an element of performance. Sport usually require physical effort. Skill can be played individually or in team. Sport can be professional or club, typically used to organize them. Sportsism is a form of tourism that involve traveling to watch or participate in sporting event or activities. Traveling also a particular sport like surfing or hiking can also be included. Sport tourism provide a unique opportunity for people to combine their passion of sport with their desire to see new culture and countries.
Now I will explain about the historical background of sport and sport tourism in Malaysia. First, let me explain about the historical background of sports in Malaysia. One of the rich sports history in Malaysia happened on 31 August 1957 when Malaysia declared its independence at Selangor Padang, which is now known as Dataran Merdeka, and at Merdeka Stadium the next day. The history of sports in Malaysia begins in the 19th century under the British rule. In the early stages, sports activities were managed by clubs made up of voluntary sports fans. These clubs play a role in organizing training sessions and facilitating competition involving the community and clubs. Before independence, there were no funds for the development of sports maintained by vernacular schools and missionaries. For example, in the 1950 British Empire Games, where the Malayan weightlifters were required to cover their own travel expense to Auckland. Next, I will explain about historical background of sports tourism in Malaysia. The historical background of sport tourism in Malaysia in the early years of Malaysia's independence was mostly focused on international sporting events held there. The 1965 Southeast Asian Peninsula Games (SEAP) was one of the first major events hosted by Malaysia for the first time. This was the beginning of Malaysia's involvement in organizing regional and international sporting events, demonstrating to the World Committee its ability to plan and oversee such events. Malaysia hosted several sporting events over the following years, including the 1975 Hockey World Cup, the 1992 Thomas and Uber Cup Badminton Championships, and the 1998 Commonwealth Games. A major turning point for Malaysian sports tourism was the successful holding of the 1998 Commonwealth Games in Kuala Lumpur. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
I will talk about the description of sport tourism development in Malaysia. During 1996 until 1998, Malaysia struggled to ignite interest in sport tourism through its hosting of the Tour di Langkawi, largely due to the disorganization and inadequate planning. However, following Sukhum 98, Malaysia achieved international acclaim, shedding light on lucrative prospect of hosting global sporting events. Leveraging insight gained, the subsequent edition of the Tour di Langkawi experienced notable throng, luring elite cyclists and captivating cyclist enthusiasts to Malaysia. In the following year, motivated by the goal of promoting sport tourism, former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad brought the Formula One Championship car racing, also known as F1 competition, to Malaysia. With the opening of the Sepang International Circuits on March 9, 1999, Malaysia became the second Asian nation after Japan to own the best racing venue. Having successful F1 and MotoGP race, Malaysia profiled internationally and attracted visitors from other countries, particularly motorsports fans. One Formula One race alone brought in over 139 million to the Malaysian economy, proving the substantial expansion potential of the country's sport-oriented tourism industry. The Langkawi Ironman Triathlon is a demanding task of physical and mental endurance, combining swimming, cycling, and running. For professional athletes, it is an important race that counts toward qualifying for the World Ironman Championship in Hawaii. A challenging course was taken by the participants, who ran 26.2 miles, cycled 112 miles, and swam 2.4 miles. 55th athlete compete in the 2009 edition, and growth is anticipated. This globally recognized athletic competition, held in 23 various locations worldwide, was initially organized by Langkawi Ironman Endurance Limited in collaboration with the government of Kedah State, the Kedah State Sport Council, the Langkawi Development Authority, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and the Ministry Art and Tourism of Malaysia.
In 2005, Malaysia former Prime Minister Dato Sri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi launched the Monsoon Cup Yacht Tournament in Terengganu as a catalyst for the country's economic growth. This competition was designed to spotlight Terengganu and Malaysia on the global stage, emphasizing sport tourism as a key driver of economic development while fostering community involvement in the event. In 2015, Chinese tourists to Malaysia was heavily backed by Tourism Malaysia in 2015. The armed assault on the Charlie Hebdo headquarters in January and the city of Paris in November had repercussions on tourist arrival from European nations to Muslim countries. Thailand-Malaysia Relationship Sport Tourism 2017 settled back to Kedah event on February 18. More than 3,000 cyclists from Malaysia and Thailand participate in the cycling event, which covered a course of more than 50 kilometers from Sabah to University Utara Malaysia. In 2019, acknowledging the investment opportunity within sport tourism with a particular focus on football, Malaysia played host to the World Football Summit Asia (WFSA) in Kuala Lumpur on April 29 to 30. This inaugural event in Asia drew over 2,000 professionals and influential experts from football clubs across more than 50 countries, paving the way for new prospects within Asia's football and sport tourism industry.
So the COVID-19 pandemic significantly impacted global travel in 2020. So sports events are either cancelled, postponed, or held without the presence of spectators to prevent the spread of the virus. Overall, in 2022, the development of sport tourism in Malaysia is recovering. Malaysia continues to be the main destination for sports in the Southeast Asian region. Lastly, in 2024 gives Malaysia a great opportunity to strengthen its position as a leader in sport tourism. Malaysia placed itself at the forefront of the sports tourism industry, attracting visitors from all over the world and contributing to the country's vibrant tourism landscape. Thank you.
And I will talk about the current state of sport tourism, data and type of sport in Malaysia. Current state. Sport tourism in Malaysia can be categorized into hard sport tourism and soft sport. Hard sport tourism encompasses competitive international sport events such as the Formula 1 Grand Prix and SEA Games, which garner substantial participants from across the globe. Soft sport tourism involves leisure activities like golfing, water rafting, and scuba diving. Blending sport with relaxation and typical drawing tourists to destinations recognized for their physical and natural attraction. Next is data and economic impact. The Commonwealth Games held in Kuala Lumpur in 1998 and the Formula 1 Championship Car Racing F1 Grand Prix in Sepang are examples of events that have significantly contributed to the economy. For example, Formula 1 Grand Prix contribute over 500 million ringgit Malaysia to the national economy, and international tourists who participate in the Commonwealth Games spend an average of 3,800 during their visit to Malaysia. Last but not least, type of sport in Malaysia. Popular sport in Malaysia that contribute to sport tourism including football, badminton, golf, bowling, squash, and variation water sport. Traditional games like sepak takraw, silat, and gasing also play a role in attracting tourism interested in culture aspect of sport in Malaysia.
So I will talk about indoor sport and outdoor sport in Malaysia. These two types of sport places are good for the environment in Malaysia because the weather in this country is very unpredictable. The most famous indoor sport among Malaysians is badminton. It is because many badminton players from Malaysia conquer the international stage and have many achievements in this sport. This at least encourage people and increase their passion in badminton. Malaysia has also become a host for many tournaments in this sport, which attract many tourists to come and watch the game and visit Malaysia. Second, outdoor sport. Outdoor sports are also very popular among football fans in Malaysia. There is a lot of field and mini stadium for people to play in. The Malaysia national football team performed very well in national competition. Football spectators will follow the match to watch the game and they will buy and use facility in this country. That's all. Thank you.